I'm Sonia Riggs of the Colorado Restaurant Association. Welcome to On the Fly. The 2019 Colorado legislative session ended on May 3rd, and a lot happened this year. Not counting resolutions, roughly 600 bills were introduced this session. We took positions on 73 bills and actively worked on about 15. There are a few new laws that will have a very direct impact on the restaurant industry. I've asked our Government Affairs Manager, Nick Hoover, to review the details for you.
First, family and medical leave insurance. As introduced at the beginning of the session, this bill would have created a state-mandated family and medical leave insurance program in Colorado. This bill was considered to be one of the most progressive family and medical leave programs in the country. After many months of negotiation and multiple amendments to this bill, Senate Bill 188 was turned into a one-year study. When those study results come in, we will be ready to serve on the stakeholder committee to make sure that the concerns of restaurants are addressed. Regardless, we expect this issue to be reintroduced in the legislative session next year. Next, local minimum wage. This bill will allow a county or municipality the ability to set their own minimum wage above that of the state's. The bill was amended significantly because of the work done by the business groups, including the Restaurant Association. And while this legislation is not ideal, we believe that it is the best deal we could have gotten, as it was sure to pass in some form. The big win here was ensuring that the statewide tip credit must be maintained when any jurisdiction considers increasing their minimum wage. It now goes to the governor for his signature or veto. The Equal Pay for Equal Work Act, as introduced, would have only allowed wage disputes to be settled in civil court and eliminate the administrative procedure option altogether. We worked with many business groups and the sponsors to make significant changes to the bill, but there are still some changes you will need to make to your hiring and promotion processes. First, you may no longer ask for or rely on salary histories when making a new hire. Second, you must publish any promotional opportunities or new jobs to all of your current employees, and that posting must include a salary range. For the full details on this bill, go to our website. This bill now goes to the governor for his signature or veto. Next, tip sharing signage. This bill was created to change the method of how a restaurant wishes to provide notification describing how the business shares tips with all employees. Previously, it was required to be a very large public sign stating specific language that was confusing and contrary to federal law. The requirement now states that restaurants are able to provide a notification on a menu, a receipt, or a table tent describing how the business shares tips. There is no required language, so the business would get to choose how they want to express this to their guests. Regardless of which tip sharing practice you choose to implement, it is important to follow both state and federal law here. It will now go to the governor for his signature or veto. Another bill we worked on was the Retail Food Establishment Civil Penalties Bill. We worked with the State Health Department and other stakeholders to make changes to the civil penalties process for retail food establishments outside of Denver. This bill allows local health departments to focus their resources on the businesses that need the most help, while giving restaurants who consistently meet health code standards relief from timely and often unneeded re-inspections. This bill has been signed into law by the governor and goes into effect on January 1, 2020. Two food packaging bills were also brought forward this session. The first pertained to a local government's authority to establish standards for the use of discardable food containers. The second issue was the prohibition against retail food establishments using polystyrene products. Both bills died before getting to a vote. This year, the Colorado Clean Indoor Air Act was expanded to include a ban on vaping or e-cigarettes and extended the setback for smoking or vaping near the main entrance to a building from 15 feet to 25 feet. The bill makes no changes to patios. After marijuana was legalized, the number one concern we heard from members was about not being able to detect the substances in vaping machines and e-cigarettes. So we worked on this bill to help mitigate some of those liability concerns. It will now go to the governor for his signature or veto. And that's it for the state update. Back to you, Sonia.
Thanks, Nick. In local election news, Denver voters overwhelmingly defeated Initiative 300. This was an extreme initiative that would have granted new rights for unimpeded access to public outdoor space. It would have made Denver the first city in the country to enact a law that allows people the right to rest and shelter on city sidewalks and public areas indefinitely. The voters saw that this was not the right solution to help the homeless population. The CRA is committed to continued partnerships with stakeholders in order to look at a better solution to help those in need. If you want more details on any of these issues, check out our website, or you are always welcome to call our office. As we look forward to 2020, we anticipate many of the defeated issues will be reintroduced. Help us with our advocacy work by answering our surveys and sharing your opinions. In other CRA news, it's time to think of honoring those that do so much for our industry. Our call for nominations for our Stars of the Industry Awards program and our other Industry Spotlight Awards is open now. We encourage you to nominate those employees who go above and beyond every day to make your restaurant successful. This is also a way to recognize your peers and colleagues. Honorees will be recognized at our Industry Spotlight Awards happening in conjunction with the Colorado Restaurant and Bar Show in September and at our Legacy Awards program in October. Check out our website for details and nomination forms. Speaking of the Restaurant and Bar Show, make sure to save the date for September 17th and 18th. Industry professionals cannot afford to miss out on the latest trends, processes, and solutions to propel their businesses forward. We are actively building out the program and booking exhibitors. Check out corestaurantshow.com or find more information on our website. Please take a look at our website calendar to find chapter meetings and events and get involved. Look for more information on any of these topics on our website, our Facebook page, or by calling our office. This has been On the Fly with the CRA.